In last class, we had seen about introduction to M2M. So chapter name is machine to machine and IoT. So we were seeing the difference between M2M. This we were seeing last class. What is M2M? That is machine to machine. Earlier, how it was all the this smart things was done by some machines. Machines were connected in the network, and then what we were doing this, we were automating the things. Now internet is there and things are also getting connected to the internet. See, earlier how it was, this earphone, okay, this was wired. Now how it is coming? Yes, through some network you are connecting. Yes or no? Day by day the devices are becoming smarter. So in today's class we will be seeing difference between IoT and M2M. Okay, so let's start then. So PPT is visible to you all. So we will be studying again chapter 3, that is IoT and M2M, session 2 in that. Okay. So in today's class, we will be just seeing the difference between IoT and M2M. So let's see what is the difference. So they have this described the difference between IoT and M2M based on these all things. One is communication protocol. Second one is what are there in the network. In machine to machine, machines are there. In IoT, things are there. And third is emphasis. Importance is given to hardware or software. And fourth one is how data is collected and analyzed. These are the criteria based on what we are differentiating. Okay. Next, we are seeing that is how the applications are in M2M and this, what is that, IoT. So these, only these much we'll be seeing today. Okay. So let's see in detail each of these. So first difference between IoT and M2M is based on, there M2M should be there. Okay. M2M is, first difference is communication protocol. So can anyone tell, last class I told how the communication protocol is in M2M. How it is? Yes, M2M follows which? It follows either proprietary or non-IP based communication protocol for communication within the M2M network. But between two M2M network, it will use again IP based. Whereas IoT always use IP based. It uses internet, so it uses IP based communication protocol. So you have to remember this. M2M will use non-IP based and IoT uses IP based. Okay. Then communication, this within M2M is based on protocols below network layer. So all the this M2M protocols, okay, you have four layers, right? Link layer, network layer, transport layer, and application layer. So if you have two devices, say this device 1, this is device 2. So for both the devices, these four layers will be there. Okay, that is link layer, network layer, application, transport. If you consider M2M, okay, so it will have all the communication protocol. It uses all communication protocol below the network layer. Okay, so can you see this network layer? So if you are using M2M, so all the this, it is based on the protocol below network layer. Whereas if you consider IoT, okay, in IoT is based on all the protocols above the network layer. This you have to remember. So communication protocol, how it is, M2M follows proprietary, whereas IoT follows IP based. Okay, communication within M2M area network is based on protocol below network layer, whereas IoT is above network layer. This is how the communication protocols is. Next is how are the machines in M2M and how are things in IoT. Okay, so what in IoT network, what we have? We have things. If it is IoT, we have things. If it is M2M, we have machines, or also known as this devices. So we have If it is M2M, we have machines. And if it is IoT, since they are physical object, okay, there will be a same type or different type. Yes, your things are same type or different type. Can anyone tell how it will be? Yes, same.
Unique.
It will have unique identifier, but it will be not same time. Okay, same type. So it is heterogeneous because see, I can connect one mobile, one laptop, and maybe some other. This, if I consider this water bottle, yes or no? They are not same. Whereas in M2M, all the devices will be same. Some all will be machines. So what is there in IoT? The things are heterogeneous. Okay, but they have unique ID to identify them. How you have a unique register number, they have a unique ID. Okay, and can sense and communicate with external environment. So things in IoT are physical objects. They are heterogeneous. They have a unique identity, that is URI, or you can use IP address or MAC address also, but it should have a unique identity. Okay, so they can be used in home automation, fire alarm, door alarms, etc. Whereas M2M are how they have, what will be there in M2M? IoT will have things, here machines will be there. Okay, so here machines will be there, and how it will be homogeneous. Okay, and types, this, it will be having machine types within an area network. This is your second difference, that is machines in M2M, how their machines in M2M are and how things in IoT are. So machines are homogeneous, all are same. Okay, all are alike. Whereas in this IoT, how it is? Yes, in IoT it is heterogeneous. Okay, and it will have a unique identity. So you can use IP address, MAC address or something, and you have to remember it has heterogeneous. Okay, it is having physical things or things. In M2M you have machines, and machines are homogeneous. Okay, all are alike, all are machines only. They are not any physical objects. Okay, so this is your second difference. Next, hardware versus software emphasis. So where hardware will be more, in M2M or IoT? Can anyone tell? Hardware will be more where?
In M2M.
Yes,
M2M.
M2M will have more hardware. Okay, because it is like embedded project of ENC. Whereas IoT is focused on more software. Both will have hardware and software, but importance in M2M is for hardware, whereas for IoT it is for software. Okay, then IoT, what the devices run specialized software, it will have specialized software for sensor data collection, data analysis, interface. Cloud also will be there in IoT. Okay, and here one diagram is there, okay, which shows which are the different things that can be used in IoT. So you can use all these things in your IoT. You can use a camera. Okay, you can use any other normal things also, car, watch, all these things you can use in a IoT network. Okay. Next, fourth difference is on data collection and analysis. So what is data collection? Yes. So when you're monitoring any device, you have to collect lots of data and also analyze it to know how, what, to know something, to predict something. So how is the data collection and this in M2M? It is cloud or local? Can anyone tell how it is? M2M data is collected in point solution, means it is local. Okay, all the data, if my IoT system of agriculture have to collect, all will be how, everything will be in the so everything will be in the local premises only. Okay, so it is point solution and in on premise storage infrastructure, whereas M2M, how it is, it will be in the cloud. Okay, all analysis, most of, because in IoT lots of data will be there, so we prefer cloud, and and also internet connection is there. Since internet connection is there in IoT or bigger network is there, we can have cloud data. That is, database will be somewhere else, analysis component will be somewhere else, and sensors can be somewhere else. They can connect via network. Whereas M2M is point solution. Remember this, and it will be on premise storage infrastructure will be there. That is, where your system is there only storage infrastructure will be there. In contrast to M2M, how is IoT data? They can be collected in the cloud, can be public, private, or hybrid cloud. That is, public cloud means you have purchased from someone, others also have purchased from same. Or maybe you are making your own cloud storage and keeping it elsewhere and connecting via internet. Or you can have hybrid. Okay. The analysis component analyze the data and store. This also can be done. Analysis components can analyze those data and again store in the cloud database. And this analyzed data, you can use it to visualize with the cloud based application. For visualization, again, you can use application, and that also can be cloud based. And you can use centralized for this controller, which will be aware of all the end. We had studied IoT level, right? It is about that only. These all levels we had studied, no? Yes or no? So we had studied different levels. That is 6 levels we had studied. So in level 1, everything was local. Leaving that, other levels, some places database was in cloud, some places analysis components was at cloud, some places all analysis component, database, application, everything was a cloud. Okay. Then last is application. Again, if you consider M2M, it is point solution. Point solution means it will be on premise only. Okay. You will not have anything on the cloud. Everything will be on local. So it can be accessed by on-premise applications such as diagnosis application, service management application, and on-premise application. Whereas IoT data is collected in the cloud and can be accessed by cloud applications such as analysis application. So in cloud, in IoT, you can have cloud. In application, in M2M, you will have point solution. So these were the difference between IoT and M2M. So first one is about communication protocol. So in M2M, we use proprietary or non-IP based protocol. Last class we saw which were those Zigbee, Bluetooth. Okay, all those we can use. In IoT, we use this IP based protocol. Again, one more thing you have to remember is communication between M2M is based on the protocol below the network layer. In IoT, it is above the network layer. Next comes how are the machines and things in IoT. Machines, M2M will have machines, it will be homogeneous, whereas things in IoT will be anything, a physical object will have unique identifier and it will be heterogeneous. And third is in IoT, emphasis will be given to more software, whereas in M2M it is for hardware. And data collection and analysis in M2M is point solution, on premise, everything will be. In IoT, it will be cloud. And then in application also, how are the application in M2M? Point solution, on premise. In IoT, it will be cloud based. Okay. So let's see the difference again in detail. So abbreviation, how it is abbreviated? IoT means Internet of Things, M2M means machine to machine. Then, how is the intelligence of the system? Who is more intelligent, IoT or M2M? Yes, IoT will have more intelligence. Okay, you can mute yourself if you want to speak. Then only unmute. Okay. So this IoT will have more decision making capability than M2M. Okay. Next is connection type use. So how we use? Yes, the connection is via network and using various communication types. Here, the connection type is point to point on the premise. Okay. Next is this communication protocol used. So here you can use all IP based protocol in your this what is that IoT. You can use all IP based protocol. In M2M you use all non-proprietary traditional protocol like Zigbee, okay, Modbus, etc. Then data sharing, how it is in IoT, lots of data is shared and you distance can be this far, whereas here it can be at the shorter place, okay. And here internet is required in IoT. Here it is not dependent on internet in M2M, and scope is very large in case of IoT, whereas it is limited in M2M. And business type used, that is business to business and business to consumer. What is B2B, anyone can tell? Whereas machine to machine is only B2B. So today you do this task. Identify what is B2B and B2C, just for your general knowledge. Then open API support. So open API means, can anyone tell what is open API? API stands for application programming interface. So what is the open API? Can anyone tell? Yes, what do you mean by open API? Open source API will be there. Okay.
Open source.
Yeah, free APIs or open source will be there. For IoT, many people are collaborating and developing. So open source means what? Maybe Kavya has developed something, she will put it in the open source, and maybe Rahul wants to advance. He can take the Kavya's code and modify and give a better version. Okay, and all anyone wants to use it can use it free. But in M2M, there is no support for open APIs. Okay, next. Smart variables. Smart variables, big data and cloud, etc. are used. Okay. Here this IoT is latest, so all these things are used. Here are like old sensors, data and information are used. So this was the difference. Okay. So let's solve some questions now. Can anyone tell this? What is communication within the M2M is based on the protocols below what layer? Can anyone tell? Communication.
Network layer.
Yes, it is network. Next, communication within IoT is based on the protocols above.
Network layer only.
Again, network layer. Then the emphasis of M2M is more on what?
Hardware.
Hardware. M2M data is collected in dash type of solution.
Point solutions.
Pinpoint. Yes, point solution. So any doubts you have here? Just will see some important questions asked in your exam. So one question has been asked for 5 marks. Explain the difference between IoT and M2M. Okay. So this is one of the question asked. So you can write. So tomorrow I'll be continuing one more topic, that is this software virtualization, and then this another 2 classes it will be over. So you will be having quiz. So write the assignment, okay, and be prepared for that. Anything you want to ask or tell? Yes? No? If you don't have any other class, if I'm free, I'll try to take one more class today. Okay? So I'll inform you after DS class if I'm free and all. I'll take one more class if no one is else. So take care then. Bye.